Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a cream for your hair. Now this is not your regular cream. This is a cream that's going to help to regrow your bald spot. It's also going to help to thicken your hair. If you find that your hair is breaking, this cream is going to help. If you have split end, if you have dry scalp, if you have dandruff, if you even find that your hair is turning to gray, this is going to help to slow the process down. What this cream is going to do is going to seep deep into the ear follicles and boost a circulation in your hair. And with circulation comes new hair growth. So if you're looking for a very effective remedy to use on your hair, whether you're using it for regrow your hair or you're using it for split end and dandruff, follow me to the kitchen and I'll show you how to do this really quick. Now take a look at the first ingredient, and this is onion. Now today I'm using white onion. However, if you have purple onion, go ahead and use that. And I'm using onion because onion is good for your hair overall. Onion works against dandruff. It also helps to add volume to your hair. Onion also helps to reduce breaking and thinning hair. All of this is due because of its high sulfur content. The sulfur is essential for regeneration of hair follicles. Onion pulps can nourish your hair follicles and replenish the nutrients that you have lost from your scalp. Now to prepare the onion, you can choose to use a blender or you can choose to grate the onion. I have a blender, so I am going to be blending. Now before I blend, I'm going to chop it in small pieces for easier blending. Now do not add any water to this. The onion is going to produce its own water. So blend thoroughly, blend to a puree. Now once this is done, I'm going to strain, since I'm only going to be using the juice from the onion. So just use a strainer or a cheesecloth and extract the juice. And here we have our fresh onion juice. And now let's move on to the other ingredients. Now let's take a look at our next ingredient, which is aloe vera gel. Today I'm using the store-bought. However, if you have fresh aloe vera gel, it is much better for this recipe. Now aloe vera gel will help to repair dead skin cells on the scalp. It acts as a great conditioner and leave your hair smooth and shiny. Aloe vera helps to promote hair growth, prevent itching on the scalp, reduce dandruff, and condition your hair. Now our next ingredient is castor oil, and castor oil is known to help to grow your hair, thicken your hair. It has been used for centuries for this purpose. Now castor oil contains an ingredient called ricinoleic acid. Now when you use this ricinoleic acid on your hair, this is what is going to seep deep into the hair follicles and cause the hair to grow stronger and thicker. So I'm going to be using about 1 teaspoon of the castor oil in this recipe. And now let's move on to the other ingredient, which is a vitamin E oil. Now vitamin E oil is a friendly oil to your hair. You can actually pour vitamin E oil in your favorite hair oil. Vitamin E oil will help to moisturize the scalp, and it also will help to boost circulation. So I'm going to use about a teaspoon of the vitamin E oil depending on your IU. Mine is 28,000 IU. If you have a lesser IU, like about a 5,000, use a tablespoon of the vitamin E oil in this. So here in my bowl, I have aloe vera gel, I have castor oil, and I have vitamin E oil. So our next ingredient that we're going to add to this is our onion juice. Before I do so, let's just blend this a little bit. As you can see, the castor oil is very heavy and it's not going to mix out that easily if you're using a spoon. You can choose to use a fork to whisk it, or you can choose to pour it back in the blender. I'm going to pour it back in the blender for a smoother mixture. So let's just reach for the blender. Now, a quick tip for you, if you want this to have a very pleasant smell, you can choose to use some rosemary oil or some lavender oil. It's going to cut down on the strong onion smell, which is going to make this more pleasant for your hair. Now, you don't need to blend this for very long, about a minute or so. And take a look at this. This is what it looks like after blending. Very rich, very creamy, and you could see everything mixed well together. So I'm just going to pour the mixture in my bottle here, and I'm using a spray bottle for easier application. If you do not have a spray bottle, that's okay, but if you have one, definitely use it for this. So I'm just going to slowly pour this in. And guys, you can choose to keep this in your refrigerator for about 7 to 10 days. It's definitely is going to last that long. Now, there are two ways of using this on your hair. You can use it directly on your hair, or you can mix it in your favorite shampoo. Now, to use it directly on your hair, what you do, you part your hair in small portion, and this is best used with a spray bottle for easier application. Once you part your hair in small portion, preferably in 4 equal parts, then you spritz the spray on your scalp, totally saturating your scalp with this. Once this is done, you're going to take your fingers and you're going to massage your scalp. While massaging your scalp, what you're actually doing is boosting circulation. Now, this is going to be able to seep deep into the ear follicles. Now, once this seep in the ear follicles, the sulfur is what is going to cause the hair to grow. So you're going to just leave it on your hair for about 30 minutes or so. You can also choose to cover your hair with a shower cap or a steam cap. Sit under a hair dryer with it and let your hair steam for about 15 minutes. If you do not have a hair dryer, then just cover it with the steam cap. Walk around with it in your house for about 30 minutes, and then after 30 minutes, you're going to rinse with your favorite shampoo. Now, the second way to use this is to pour this in your favorite shampoo and use it to wash your hair. This way, you can choose to use this every day. Now, if you pour this in your shampoo, however, I suggest that you keep it in the refrigerator. Or what you can actually do is to put a little shampoo in your hands and spritz this in your hands when you're just about to use it and apply it to your hair. If you're using the shampoo method, you can choose to use this every time you wash your hair. If you're using the steam cap method, then do this once per week. Before you know it, your hair is going to be more fuller, more thicker, more bouncier, and not only that, your hair will look healthier and stronger. Now, when it comes on to the smell, it's really not a very pleasant smell, but it's tolerable. Okay, so it's not like you're gonna go to bed and smell like onion. No, not at all. However, if you're not liking the fragrance that this is giving off, there's a way to hide the smell of the onion, and that is to tip at least a tablespoon of rose water or lavender water in this recipe. Or if you have any form of a essential oil, like, whatever fragrant it is that you like, maybe the orange essential oil, the lavender essential oil, you can add it to this for the fragrance. Okay, because this is basically in its natural form, but if you want a little bit of a fragrance, as I said, you had some essential oil of your choice. Now, the essential oil will not change the potency of this remedy. Just do not put way too much. 3 to 4 drops of your favorite essential oil for fragrance. Now, you want to continue to use this treatment until your hair has grown back, thicken up, and look as full as you want it to be. One of the reasons